Good morning. Today, I want to talk to you about designing that life you would love. Designing what you've only imagined before. How do you go about doing that? Well, first of all, this is the briefest part I'm going to tell you is you have to know. You have to believe that you are meant to be an important part of your world. You are special, you are gifted, and you have a purpose and talents to bring forth in your lifetime. That's just the fact. You are an important person. You are very important to some people in your life right now. And you are important to the greater world. Your family, your community, your city, your state, your country, the world. You are important. You are more than enough. You have all it takes. You don't need anything else to start your journey. That's in it a nutshell. Quit selling yourself short. Make today day one. So today is day one, Suze. Where do we start? Well, we just start by deciding where we want to go. If you drive your car out of the driveway, you need to know where you're going. If you go on a trip, you need to know your destination. You'll never get there if you don't. If you tell someone you're going west, you could just keep going west. You can keep going around and around and around the world west, and you're never going to get anywhere. You need a destination. Your life needs a destination. How to get there? Well, we decide what we want in our lives. Let's set a goal. Let's set a goal so big, we're going to think, there's no way this is going to happen. How can I be from here? How can I get here from here to there? Well, living in Orlando, which is where Steve and I reside, I'm going to give you Tinkerbell's magic wand. You can bring whatever you want into your life. Let your imagination run wild. Go back to kindergarten and think all those massive dreams that we had. As children, we could do anything. We could go anywhere. We could be anything. That's where I want you to start. I want you to take off your analytical hat that we have as adults and say, no, I'm not going to let the outside influences determine what I would love. So we do that by setting a goal. Take some time and think about this. This probably won't happen as you're listening, but I'm going to give you the framework. And yes, this is some of the things we teach. Framework for setting a goal, setting a destination for your life. Because to draw what you need in from the universe, you need to tell it where you want to go. So we all start, and there's 3 types of goals. There's A goals, B goals, and C goals. And the A goals are generally something we know how to do it, right? We already know it. We've done it before. You know, if we bought a house, I want to buy a new house. If we bought a car, I want to buy a new car. If we lost some pounds, I want to lose a couple more pounds. It's something we already know how to do, right? And we don't get excited about doing it, right? There's no passion. It's just kind of like, yeah, I need to clean the house. That's my goal for the week. That's not a goal. Need to clean my car. No, that's not a goal. So we go from there to the very task-oriented things that we do, to B goals. And B goal is something maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I want to take this vacation next year. If my boss allows me to have the time off, if I can save enough money, if I quit doing this or quit doing that, it'll be my reward. If the parents, my parents, can babysit the kids, if I get that raise, it's all of this has to come together, and then maybe this can happen. They're not really stretch goals. They may happen, they may not. The bottom line is they're not very motivating, right? It's kind of like, well, if everything comes together, this will happen. All the chips fall into place. This may be what it's going to look like. Well, it's not really up to you, and yeah, it might happen, it might not. You're really not attached, right? You have no emotional attachment. It would be a lot of fun. And to be honest, if you really wanted to do it, you'd make it happen. So B goals are kind of like, they're there, whatever. We have them in our life. They're not motivating, and we're not emotionally attached. C goals. Let's go far beyond. There are fantasies. There are imaginations. This is what I would love to have. This could be the house on the beach. This could be a private jet. This could be a pontoon. This could be a cabin in the woods. This could be the love of my life. This could be a trip to Australia, Europe, China, India, Alaska. This could be the trip, and I say this because I just saw it on a news blurb somewhere, a 80 or 81 day trip around the world by two 81-year-old women who said they are 81 and on the run and they are loving life. Imagine that. 81 years old, you go with your friend and you take an 80-day trip around the world. Fun, right? Can you do it? Of course you can. Put it out there if that's something you would love to do. It could be building a house, having children, having that dream job, whatever it is. That is what you need to become emotionally attached to. And we do that by writing it down on a piece of paper. Decide what that one thing is. That one thing that if you can imagine that in your life, if you can become emotionally attached and just have that and see yourself and live in that and through that, what that would be like. That's where it begins. This is where your journey begins, to set the destination for your life. You are the star. You are the person laying the roadmap. Congratulations. If it's the first time you're hearing this, congratulations. Stop allowing other people and other things to control you. You are powerful and you are in control of your life. You are the star of your show. You are also the director and producer in your life. It's nice to meet you. This is where we start. Day 1. And I want you to write this down, whatever that is in your life. And if you haven't come across it, take some time to dig and allow yourself to imagine, what would I really love? That is the question. What would I love? What would I love my life to look like in 5 years? What would I love my life to look like in 3 years? It's usually as short as we go because it kind of short circuits the brain. If we say like in 6 months or a year, sometimes the brain starts like, how is that going to happen? And your analytical brain that you've trained for so long kind of steps in and it starts fighting you. But if we go a little bit further out, we short circuit that and we allow it to come through. So 3 years from today, 5 years from today, as far as we go, what would it be? And here's a step you can take. Write down on a piece of paper, I am so happy and grateful now that, and fill in the blank. I am so happy and grateful now that we are living on a beautiful home by the beach. We have a pool in the backyard. Our family comes 2 and 3 times a year. We see people now to visit, and we get to share this with them. And go on. Be descriptive. Because the more descriptive you are, the more it brings it to life. Now, what I want you to do is to write that sentence. I am so happy and grateful now that I, whatever it is, the main brunt of whatever it is you're asking for, that's what I want you to write. And I want you to write it every morning so you can look at it and bring it to your mind. If you study with us, we tell you to do it every morning, every evening, and sometimes 3 times a day when we're getting started. So we can really focus your attention and energy. I just made a new word, didn't I? Like energy. Attention and energy on what you want. But to start off, just write it. Write it out every day so you see it. When you work with us, you have goal cards, and we put it on a goal card, Goal, a goal card, and we have you keep it with you in your wallet or your purse. So every time you touch it and see it, it brings that goal back up. And you can do that if you'd like at home. You have to keep reminding yourself where you're going, what that destination looks like for you. And I'll tell you a secret. Once you get there, you're going to go further because you're going to have another goal and you're going to take yourself even farther. I'm going to stop it at there today because I just love this subject. And obviously, as you see, I could go on and on. But this is your first lesson, setting a goal. Because we know each and every one of us can be more. We can do more, we can have more, and we can give more to the world. That's all for today. Bye-bye for now. Catch you next time.